Hey everyone, we are from Group 6. I Muhammad Rizqi Septiatmojo and my friend Bimo Adi Nugroho and Rahmat Nur Kholis and the last Fauzie Akbar Suryani. We will give you a presentation about artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? The term artificial intelligence stirs emotion. For one thing, there is our fascination with intelligence which seemingly impart to use human a special place among life from. Question arises us, what is intelligence? How can one measure intelligence or how does the brain work? All these questions are meaningful when trying to understand artificial intelligence. However, the central question for the engineer, especially from the computer science, it's the question of the intelligent machine that behave like a person, showing intelligent behavior. Artificial intelligence or AI is intelligence demonstrated by machine, as opposite to the natural intelligence displayed by human or animal. Letting AI text box define the field as the study of intelligence against any system that perceives its environment and the take action that maximizes its chance of achieving its goals. Some popular accounts use the term artificial intelligence to describe machines that mimic cognitive function that humans associate with the human mind, such as learning and problem solving. And the next part is I will give to the Bimo.
Okay, and I will tell you about the history of AI. The history of AI is started by a simple form from a chatterpot. What is a chatterpot? A chatterpot is an automated machine that simulates chatting. So if we communicate with a chatterpot, it feels like we are communicating with a human. The chatterbot can greet us, give a question, and answering our question. And also, this chatbot can simulate a chatting like we chatting with a human. Alan Turing made a name for himself made, made a name for himself as an early pioneer of AI with his definition of an intelligent machine in which the machine in question must pass the test. Alan Turing made a Turing machine that that he tested, and the test is when a person named Alice, sits in a locked room with two computer terminals. One terminal is connected to a machine, and the other is connected with a non-malicious person named Bob. Alice can type question into both terminals. She is given the task of deciding, and after 5 minutes, which terminal belongs to the machine. The machine passes the test if it can trick Alice at least 30% of the time. The AI pioneer and social critic Joseph Weizenbaum developed a program named ELIZA, which is meant to answer a test subject's question like a human psychologist. He was in fact able to demonstrate success in many cases. Supposedly, his secretary often had long discussions with the program. Today, in the internet there are so many so-called chatterbots, some of whose initial responses are quite impressive. After a certain amount of time, however, their artificial nature become apparent. Some of these programs are actually capable of learning, while others possess extraordinary knowledge of various subjects, for example, geography or software development. There are already commercial applications. for chatterbots in online customer support, and there may be others in the field of e-learning. It is conceivable that the learner and the e-learning system could communicate through a chatterbot. And the next part, I will give it to Fauzie.
Okay, in this part, I will talk about how AI works. AI as a practical, goal-driven science searches for a way out of the crisis. One wish to unit logic ability to explicitly represent knowledge with neural network strength in handling uncertainty. Several alternatives were suggested. The most promising, probabilistic reasoning, worked with conditional probabilities for proportional calculus formula. Since the many diagnostic and expert systems have been built for problem of everyday reasoning using Bayesian networks, the success of Bayesian networks stems from their intuitive comprehensibility, the clean semantics of conditional probability, and from the centuries-old mathematically grounded probability theory. The weakness of logic, which can only work with two truth values, can be solved by fuzzy logic, which pragmatically introduces infinitely many values between 0 and 1. Though even today its theoretical foundation is not totally firm, it is being successfully utilized, especially in control engineering. A much different path A much different path led to the successful synthesis of logic and neural network under the name hybrid system. For example, neural networks were employed to learn heuristic for reduction of the Hooke combinatorial search space in proof discovery. Methods of decision tree learning from data also work with probabilities. Systems like CART, ID3, and C4.5 can quickly and automatically build very accurate decision trees which can represent propositional logic concept and then be used as expert system. Today, they are a favorite among machine learning techniques. And the next part I will give to Rahmat Nur Kholis.
Okay, in this part, I will explain the use of AI. The first is Siri on iPhone. Siri is a built-in voice control personal assistant available for Apple users. The idea is that you talk to her as you would a friend, and she aims to help you get things done, whether that be making a dinner reservation or sending a message. The second is Google Assistant. Google Assistant is a virtual assistant powered by AI and developed by Google, which is mainly available on mobile device and smart home device. You can control your device or your smart home, and then you can open apps with your voice command. And the third is Alexa. Alexa is basically the same as Siri and Google Assistant, but the developer is different. Alexa is from Amazon. Alexa has been integrated into many of Amazon services and can be used with products such as the original Amazon Echo, Echo Dot, Echo Spot, or Amazon Fire TV. And the last is Chatbot. Chatbot is a computer program that simulates human conversation through voice command or text chat or both. For example, if you want to buy some shoes from your local retail store, you have to access their website, find what you are looking for, and buy it. But what if that store had a bot? It would only be necessary to write a message to the brand through Facebook and tell them what we want. And if you had doubt about size measurement, you could get answer to your problem in a moment. And that's all is our presentation. Thank you for your attention.